Hi guys, I'm back. 2 videos in one day. How lucky are you? Okay, so Miss Josephine May has dried. And now we can, I don't really care. I'm not crazy about the placement of that eye, but there's nothing I can do about it now. We're just going to have to go with it. I have taken the airbrush while I had it out for the other doll. And I did a coat of, as you can see, a flesh color over all of that bright pink. And that stuff was bright pink. I mean, you could see on the stand how pink it was. So I did a coat of that. I am not liking how the leg looks. So what I believe, oh geez. Apparently I laid that on a little bit thick because it's still not dry. What I think I'm going to do for the leg and maybe parts of the head and arm, maybe parts of the whole thing, is I think I might take some silicone, tint it, and then cover the parts that that I really don't like. I mean, they're really repulsive to me, and I want them to be repulsive, but I don't want them to look like cat vomits. And right now, we have a doll wrapped in cat vomit, and that's not what I'm going for. So let me stand her up a little bit. She kind of kilters to one side. So, oh my gosh, every time I move, my jacket wants to slide off. It's too cold to go without it, and I'm having a day. We went to the grocery store today, and honest to God, told my husband 3 or 4 times I'm not going to make it. Somebody almost hit me in the parking lot. And I'm not a little Target, you guys. It's not like you can't see me. But they almost hit me. People just walking right in front of you. I really don't like grocery shopping. And for anybody who's going to say, well, go to Meijer or Walmart, you know, at 1 o'clock in the morning. Nope. Hate both of those stores. I don't hate the stores themselves. I actually love the stores. I spend hours in there. But that's my problem, is I get in there and they have art departments, you know, craft departments and stuff like that. So I have to go down that aisle. And then I have to go, for some reason I have to go down the stationery aisle. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why? But yeah, I'm like drawn to the stationery aisle, pens and pencils, and oh, I love that stuff. Love that stuff. Back to school shopping was my favorite. I don't know why. I don't care about the clothes. I don't care about any of that stuff. But by golly, give me the art supplies, the craft aisle, and the hardware art department where I can find bits and bobs for my dolls. I'm loving it. So, oh gosh, God darn it. Darn. Forgot that I cut that tip off really big and I almost just dropped it all over the place. All right, I need, what do I need? I need a cup to put this in. So, let me go into my little stash. I have all of my resin molds and stuff right down here, and I keep cups in here to pour the resin into. So I'm going to take one of these, and I am going to, golly, oh come on, get off. I'm not even going to keep paper. I don't need the paper. Nobody's drinking out of these cups. And if they go into my resin bin to get a cup to drink out of, they need to get dust in it. Seriously. I'm going to cut this down because the cup is too deep for my stubby little hands. So I'm just going to cut it down some. If I rip it, will it rip clean like fabric does? Nope. Don't try to rip it. It just rips straight down. And I don't want that. Jeez. Really? It needs to be like fabric where you make one cut and then you just pull it and it goes exactly where you want it to go, you know? Cut a little bit more than I had intended to, but Such is life. Okay, I got my gloves on because I'm dealing with silicone and I don't want this on my hands. It's gross. I'm going to tip you down and we will get started. Okay, there's my cup. There's my cup. My silicone, I am using this. It's got to be 100% silicone. I don't think that this is 100% silicone, you guys. Oh well, whatever. It works. But the 100% silicone really is the best. Use that if you're going to make dolls like this. This stuff stinks. Really bad. So, okay. Let me pop this lid back on because I don't know if I'm going to need much more than that. I need some of the, I have FW fleshed colored ink, and I'm going to just put about that much in there. A little bit goes a long way. Let me pause you a second. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter came by and brought me a sculpture she made for me of a baby. Okay, I have got to take Miss Thing off of the stand and lay her down for this. We about to get busy. Okay, you guys, the sun is coming in. I cannot do anything about the glare. It's awful. I'm sorry. All right, I mixed the silicone in with that couple drops of flesh, and I am going to just smear it on. And that's pretty much it. It didn't mix 100%, so it's still streaky. So it's gonna look, it's gonna give some texture and dimension, and hopefully that's what it's gonna give. I hope I don't end up hating this and have to scrape it all off. And I don't need the whole thing covered, you know. All of this does not have to be covered because I don't hate all of this. I just want to cover the parts that look too much like cat vomit. That sounds awful to say, but well, if it's nothing else, I know I'm good at making cat vomit. Right? You know, everybody's got to have something they're good at. Okay, let me tip her over. All right, back here. Yeah, that looks better. Once I get it all spatulaed on, I'll mist it with the water and then use my hands and smooth it out. And then after this, I really am going to have to leave the room because this stuff really smells bad. The fumes are not, I cannot open my room up to ventilate it. And this would definitely give me a headache. Okay, I want to leave some areas open so that I can get in there with paint and do a little painting. So I don't want all of it completely covered. Okay, there's her leg. Now I gotta flip her around so that we can do her arm. Now remember, I'm working on a non-stick mat. This mat is non-stick. If you do this at home, work on a piece of wax paper or something because this will stick to everything. You guys, I don't know if it's the color that I painted these that's making me think cat barf, or if it's the texture. It might be both because it really looks gross. Oh well. It's all good. Okay. If nothing else, this is also an added layer of security, so I know it's not going to fall off. You know? That's what worries me with some of this stuff, is I don't know what the longevity of it is. I mean, but either way, if somebody were to buy this doll and say a year down the road, they contact me and say, hey, this stuff is just peeling off like crazy, as long as I can see that it wasn't done intentionally, I'll fix it. I don't have a problem with that. I want you to be happy with my stuff. I'll definitely fix it if it's not holding up right. Okay. Let's, I'm doing that the whole time thinking you could see everything I'm doing. That's what I get for not paying attention. Oof, the smell, you guys. The smell. It's something. All right. I'm going to save some for her head. And like I said, I don't want it 100% coverage on here. I just want it like the different textures. This silicone is going to give me a different texture than the cotton balls. And that's what I'm going for, is the textures. And the silicone is not going to change colors too much. It's going to stay that fleshy color. And I like that. This looks like really good scar material too. Also looks like good mucus material. Depending on what color you tint it, you could either have scars or snot. Take a pick. Doesn't that sound yummy? What's your pleasure, scars or snot? Okay. I want to get some of this around the good eye. Yeah, that's good. It's one of those situations where I was holding my breath again. Of course, with this stuff, I probably should be holding my breath. Ooh-wee. Okay, scraping my cup out. Make sure I get every little bit. Alrighty. Alrighty. Beautiful. Alright, throw that in the garbage. Whew. I'm not kidding, that stuff is potent. Alright, this is just water in a spray bottle. I'm going to mist my hands. I'm going to mist a little mess. And apparently, you know what? Water don't do nothing. Uh-oh. Well, okie dokie then. I guess I will just use my non-watered finger then. Because with 100% silicone, if you wet your hand, you can go over a little bit. Apparently with this stuff, you cannot. So that's fabulous. Fabulous. I wonder if I really wet it. If that'll help. Nope. Oh no, because you know what? The package thing says it will stick to wet surfaces, so the water's not going to affect it at all. Duh. Huh. Well, I guess however it is however it is. I can't smooth it. So, I guess that's as good as I can do, you guys. Nice. Let me take these gloves off. Okay. Now while she's laying here, I could take one side of her. Let me put my scissors away. I could take one side and some paint. I want a little bit of, I put water in it to water it down just a tad. And I'm gonna just touch in areas. Nothing big or fancy or anything like that. I just think that it's gonna need some areas. I hope I don't ruin my brush with this. All right, now for this red, I'm choosing areas that are like sank in. And it's hard to see because I can't really turn her around because now she's covered in silicone. Was not thinking very well. But I could do what I can do with what I've got to work with and then, you know, go from there, right? As long as I don't ruin my paintbrush. I mean, this brush, I got in one of those kits at when you like go to Michael's and you see the kit that's got the roll-up canvas thing. I got this brush in one of those kits. So it's not a huge loss if I do ruin it. And it wouldn't be the first brush I've ruined. Lord knows. I ruin brushes. And this is not going to be the only color that I run through here. But I had it out and I figured, you know, why not? I'm going to try to turn her around a little bit. Trying to keep her foot kind of away. I don't want this paper towel to stick to her silicone, you know? Okay. Well, that did me like almost no good at all to do that. I mean, really, it did almost no good at all. Tell ya. I don't know what I'm thinking. Half the time, I really just don't know what I'm thinking half the time. And if this dries lighter, if this bloody parts dries lighter, I will come back in and darken it up after it's completely dry. I'm not going to overdo it with the blood because this one's not about the blood. This one is strictly about the gore. Ooh, you guys up close, this stuff really does have an odor. Whew. It is potent. All right. Let's get some here. Let's get some under here, because that looks like a good spot for some. All right, I'm going to lift her up and I'm going to look at the back of her head and just do a couple dots around the back of her head. So I apologize for not being able to see it. Let's see. There, looks good. There. Give you some there. That looks babo. Okay. Our girl's ready. That's it. That's all I can do. And I got that crap on my brush. Now you watch. I'm going to come back and I'm going to be like, what in the heck have I got all over my brush? I have this stuff all over my brush. Let me try some 100 or 92%, 91% isopropyl alcohol and see if that will clean it off. I don't know. Well, if it's not cleaned, if it won't come off, it was done for the greater good. You know, what are you gonna do? Jeez. Okay. That's about all I can do. That's it. Okay. Let me turn this away. Turn that light off. Oh, crap. That light is bright. It's horrible. It's actually not horrible. It's quite lovely. Okay. So, tomorrow, after Josephine May dries, we'll do another layer of color on the bulbous areas. And then after Miss Whitney dries, I think she might be done. I'll have to look at her once she's dry, but I think she might be done except for her story. And the story is going to take me a bit because I have nothing up there for her. So, thank you for joining me. Please click like, please click subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.